I think one place that a SASE offering like Cato can fit in is like, no matter how big of a company you are, you're not immune to the remote work wave that's about to hit, right?
Yeah.
Or is hitting us currently.
Yep.
So talk about the Cato offering and how that fits into the remote workplace. And we kind of touched on that a little bit, but if you want to dive deeper into the products that are really affecting the remote workplace and how that improves security and connectivity
absolutely
of end user.
Yeah, so way back when, once upon a time, workers worked in, branches or in offices, and they went to work every day. They drove in whatever the traffic was, and then when the workday was done, they went home from that workplace. Today, that has completely changed, where a lot of people, way more than ever, work from home. They travel much more. JetBlue, actually all of their call center agents no longer work in the call center. They're contact center agents that work from home. All of them work remotely. And the technologies that are required to make that happen are widely available and fairly low cost. So from how do I get to my enterprise applications? How do I have those transmissions optimized? And how do I have them all secured? So SASE and a component within it, software-defined perimeter, as a VPN replacement, helps to achieve that objective. So Cato provides it's essentially a VPN replacement client. There's actually a client that can be downloaded on any device, as well as a clientless option where you just go to a browser and authenticate in. Some of that can even be woven into like a single sign-on solution from Active Directory or Okta, things like that, so that identity is easily identifiable. They're part of this work group. They get access to these. It's basically a network access control set of rules. And it's, a couple bucks a user. It's a very simple, low-cost way for these remote workers to participate in the same optimization architecture and security architecture as all the rest of the users that are still in branches or physical locations.
Is there anything else like that in the marketplace?
There are. So there are quite a number of these zero trust network access, software-defined perimeter tools that are being sold by standalone companies that just do that. And there are also some derivatives, like Zscaler has an option for that, although it's not, I've heard, not integrated into their core platform. But there are a variety of different tools in the same way that a lot of these other security solutions can be purchased ad hoc from separate providers. With Cato, what's interesting is that component is simply a part of this larger architecture. So it's simply a different type of edge to us. So there's branches that are addressed by an edge solution that we call a socket. That's sort of an encryption terminal that is designed for a branch with lots of people. And we ingest multiple connections, including an existing MPLS, and that's how that location gets tied into the cloud-delivered architecture. But for the remote workers, they use this VPN replacement client, SDP, to authenticate in and get access to those applications with that truncated experience that's curated by IT. So they're able to dictate where that third-party contractor is able to go once they're on the network, and they're able to turn those licenses on or off in a very simple manner. And the VPN concentrator lives as a virtual tool inside of all of Cato's POPs. So again, instead of that backhauling effect where that VPN user in Shanghai goes all the way to Dallas, instead they use a local an instance that's emanating from a local POP. And then all the traffic gets injected into our backbone, and then they write Hyperloop style to get to the applications that they need to get access to, as opposed to having to just go over the wild internet and cross their fingers. So in Europe, this work from home idea is taking on a different dimension. So with the advent of smartphones, a lot of employees have been pulled in every direction at all hours of the night. So there are quite a number of laws that have now been passed in the EU that help control this for employees so that they're not being overworked by their employers. So
from 9 to 5, you can,
and a lot more work from home options are being offered to as an attractant for new employees. So from a workplace and morale perspective, having more options to be able to work from home and have more work-life balance, things like that. These are becoming rights in Europe. It's starting to happen in the United States as well. But as that continues to evolve over time, the need for new tools that, again, address the network optimization and security policy enforcement those paradigms, the need for those tools is going to continue to ascend. And it's really basic if you think about it. So an executive who travels, they want their UCaaS and Office 365 experience optimized too. They don't want to just ride the wild internet to get to a VPN concentrator and get access to their applications. So this is something that it's simple to deploy because it's all software, and it has high function within the enterprise, especially as this trend continues.